Hello everyone. In this part of the steady-state analysis of closed-loop control systems, we will focus on sensitivity analysis. We already have introduced the sensitivity functions in the previous video lecture. So over here we will focus on analyzing these closed-loop systems in terms of sensitivity, and then you will find the connection between this and the sensitivity functions that we just defined. So over here we have again the typical closed loop system that we are going to use throughout this course. You can see GC and GP as the controller and the process plus actuator blocks and the inputs and outputs of the system. So as we had in the case of open loop control systems, for GP, for the process, we assume that we have the GP bar as the nominal, let's say, value for the gain of the process. Okay, so this is the nominal gain. Nominal gain of the plant, which we also can find it as by evaluating GP of S at 0. Okay. Then we have, let's say we have also designed the controller GC of S, and for GC of S, we evaluate it at 0 and we have K as a value. So the nominal gain for the plant is GP bar, and the gain of the controller that we have designed is K. Now, if we find out the transfer function for the closed loop system, T of S is obtained as GC times GP of S over 1 plus GC times GP of S. And for the closed loop system as well, we can find out the DC gain. So we can evaluate it at S equal to 0, T at 0, which we can refer to as T bar, and it will be obtained as GC at 0 times GP at 0 over 1 plus GC at 0, GP at 0, and therefore T bar will be obtained as K times GP bar over 1 plus K times GP bar. And this is the nominal gain for our closed loop system. So nominal DC gain. Nominal DC gain. We have the nominal DC gain for the controller and the nominal DC gain for the closed loop system. Now we assume that the actual value for the DC gain of the process changes by delta GPB. So the actual DC gain of the plant becomes GP bar plus this delta GP bar. And this will, as a result, change the DC gain of the closed loop system. Yeah? And we can have a look at it again. So now if we find out T bar plus delta T bar, which is the actual DC gain of the system given the change that we had in the GP bar, it could be obtained as this. So GP bar is replaced with GP bar plus delta GP bar. And the DC gain for the controller remains as K. We assume that the changes have happened only to the plant, not to the controller. And now we want to find out a direct relation, let's say, between delta GP bar and delta T bar. We want to see how delta GP bar affects delta T bar, or how they are related. From the equation that we have here, it is not straightforward. You can just multiply it maybe and open it up, but you will not get a direct relation between delta GP bar and delta T bar. Instead, if we assume that we have very small variations, so we consider infinitesimal variations, then we can replace delta t bar with dt bar and delta gp bar with dgp bar. And as a result, instead of delta t bar over delta gp bar, we can say that we have d t bar over d gp bar. And then out of that, it's possible to say that delta t bar will be equal to dt bar over d gp bar times delta gp bar. And since we have the relation between t bar and gp bar as we just obtained over here, we can easily find out dt bar over d gp bar. We just need to find the derivative of t bar with respect to gp bar. If we do so, we will get k times 1 plus k gp bar minus k times k gp bar over 1 plus k times gp bar squared. And if we simplify this, we will get k plus k squared gp bar minus k squared gp bar over 1 plus k gp bar squared. And if we simplify it further, the t bar over the gp bar will be obtained as k over 1 plus k gp bar squared. Okay, so that's what we have for dt bar over the gp bar, and we will use it later. And then we just define the closed loop sensitivity for this system. So the sensitivity S for the closed loop system, SCL bar, will be obtained by applying a closed loop control law to the plant described by GS, and it is defined as the ratio of the infinitesimal fractional change dt bar over t bar to the infinitesimal fractional change dgp bar over gp bar. So this is how we define the closed loop sensitivity. Let me write it down over here again. So closed loop sensitivity is indeed equal to dt bar over t bar over the gp bar over gp bar. And we can rewrite it in this form, so it will become gp bar over t bar times dt bar over the gp bar. And then we can replace all the terms that we have here. So for this we have obtained the relation, as you can see here, and for t bar we also have the relation. We just replace them. Therefore the closed loop sensitivity will be obtained as gp bar over k times gp bar over 1 plus k times gp bar times what we have here is k over 1 plus k gp bar squared. 1 plus k gp bar squared. And then we can simplify it a little bit. gp bar with gp bar will be cancelled. K with k will be cancelled. So the closed loop sensitivity will be obtained as 1 plus k GP bar over 1 plus k GP bar squared, and this will give us 1 over 1 plus k times GP bar. So this is what we get for the closed loop sensitivity. 1 over 1 plus k times GP bar. If you remember, for the open loop systems, the sensitivity is equal to 1. So I can mention it here. For open loop systems, the sensitivity is equal to 1. While for the closed loop systems, it's equal to 1 over 1 plus k times GP bar, where k is the DC gain of the controller, GP bar is the DC gain of the plant. And if we do it properly, we can, as an example, we can have k times GP bar being equal to 100. And therefore, the sensitivity of the closed loop system will become around 1 over 100, which will be 0.01 or 1%. So for closed loop systems, we will have sensitivity equal to 1%. For closed loop systems, sensitivity will be around 1%, while for the open loop systems, the sensitivity will be equal to 100%. This is something that we already have seen. And by getting 1% sensitivity for the closed loop system, we can have this statement. A variation of 10%, just a second, so we start from here indeed. If we assume that we have a variation of process DC gain equal to 10%, so indeed we have delta GP bar equal to 10%. Okay? Then for the open loop control system, we will get exactly the same 10% variation for the output, or for the DC gain of the whole system, which will result in the variation for the output. While for the closed loop system, that 10% will be multiplied by 0.01, and therefore we will get 0.1%. So for the closed loop system, the variation on the output will be equal to 0.1%. And this is a great property, because then the whole system, the whole control system, will be less sensitive to the variations that might happen in the process. Yeah? Some variables might change, and then the DC gain might change. The less sensitive we are, the better. Okay, so that's how we define the sensitivity for the closed loop system. You should also remember how we define the sensitivity function. S of S, I will remind you again here, S of S was equal to 1 over 1 plus L of S, which is equal to 1 over 1 plus GC times GP of S. On the other hand, for the closed loop sensitivity, we have found it equal to 1 over 1 plus GC bar times GP bar. And I hope you could see the relation over here, the relation between the closed loop sensitivity and the sensitivity function that we just defined in the previous lecture. In the next lecture, we will have analysis of the closed loop systems in the steady state case for tracking. So this will be the topic for the next lecture.